Again, yeah, it's been one of them seasons. Just struggled early on again. Just give ourselves too much to do. You're 3-0 when you're half time and you're 3-0 down away from home in the Premier League. It's very, very rare that you can get back into it, and we did well in the second half to get back into it, but nowhere near good enough. And yeah, it was the game at half time 3-0. Like I said, very tough to get anything from the game now.
Felt like one of those bizarre kind of end of season games, but as bad as maybe Leicester were at times defensively, every time the likes of you, Harvey, Tete in the second half got on the ball, it looked like you could make things happen. It was a strange game like that.
Yeah, the first half as well. We had big chances. The problem with us is we're never. What am I trying to say? We always look like we're going to score. Like we always look. There's goals in the team. There's creativity in the team. That's not our problem. The problem is defensively, and I'm not talking about the defence. I'm talking about us as a team defensively. Whether that's defending the box, pressing, whatever. It's too easy to play against, man. It's frustrating because we work so hard on the training ground and trying to be more difficult to play against. We're all talking in meetings and we're all trying to put our ideas forward and how we're going to do that. But
is that a structural thing, or is it off the ball work? What is it exactly that's hurting you in that way?
It's everything defensively. Like I said, it's defending is not just, you don't have a team and the attackers attack and the defenders defend. So if you concede, it's the defender's fault. If you score, it's the attacker's positive. That's not how it works. Just like today, we tried to press a little bit and force it on the sides, but then they just got out too easily. And like, for example, in the first, Harry Wilson was coming in off the line, causing us a problem, and we just didn't get it right. He was receiving it in areas, and so they just bypassed our press, and then they were just attacking our goal. And yeah, disappointing.
Do any of you as senior pros kind of stand up after a game like that and kind of say how it is, or is it not your place? What's it like in a dressing room after that kind of match?
Yeah, we're all talking half time as well. We're all fighting for the same thing here, like fans, players, staff. Sometimes I wish the fans and the supporters could see what goes on behind the scenes, just to see how hard we're working to try and put it right, but it's not clicking off the ball at the minute for whatever reason. Like I said, we're obviously before this we're 3 games unbeaten. I know we only won 1 and 2 draws, but we haven't kept enough clean sheets. That's the problem. If you go behind, we keep going behind in games and chasing the game. And I'll go back to it. I said it already. When you go 3-0 down anywhere in the Premier League, you just have too much to do, and that was the case today.
You talk about the fans. What's your message to them? I mean, considering the scoreline 5-1 down at some point in that second half, the majority of them kind of stuck with you and stayed there throughout that game. What's your message to them driving back now?
Yeah, apologies, man. Sorry, just weren't good enough from us today, and I think we accept that and look ourselves in the mirror. I'm not trying to butter it up. You hear some of the chants and it's not nice, but they're entitled. They pay their money. They come down to London. It's not an easy trip. It's not cheap. So just apologies to them. They're entitled to their opinion. We'll keep trying to work harder. I promise that we're trying to put it right. We're trying to stay in the division as best as we can. We'll be in tomorrow straight away in the morning, looking at it, debriefing, and we can't. The difference is obviously we can't feel sorry for ourselves at the same time. So obviously disappointment tonight, but then tomorrow we've got to focus on Liverpool and just work hard at trying to get something from the game to give ourselves the best chance. So.
And that's the thing, you've got 2 hard games, at least on paper, coming up now. I think there was a stat ahead of this one that you've conceded first in 17 of the last 18. You've got to give yourself some kind of platform in those games, haven't you?
We've got 3 hard games left, not 2. We've got 3. We had 4 before today. When you're down there and you're fighting for your life, you can't look at the fixtures and pick easy games and hard games. It don't work like that. But trying to look at the positives, we've won and drew in the last 2 home games, so hopefully we can cause Liverpool some problems at home, and the fans can dust themselves down and get behind us because we need them, and hopefully we can reach the end goal together. But it's going to be a graft, and we're going to have to work it.